Hey everybody, welcome back to Movies and That. I'm your host Cody, and today we're going to talk about my thoughts on the movie Trick or Treat from 2007. So a quick background with my introduction to the movie and when I first watched and everything like that. So I do remember back when it first came out back in 2007, the promotional material and everything, the advertisements coming out for it, heavily promoting that Sam character and whatnot, but I remember back then I really just didn't, I guess, care for the movie a whole lot because the trailers that I was seeing, the advertisements that I was seeing just mainly focused on like the kids and then of course like the Sam character. And I don't know, I just thought I was kind of dumb, like it didn't like look good to me in my opinion. And also at the time I really didn't quite care for like anthology series anyways, so I disregarded it. I did not care to watch it. And to be honest, the first time I actually ever watched that movie was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And it was on, I'm almost certain it was on AMC's Fear Fest. So yeah, I mean, it's not like I avoided the movie. It's just like whenever it was on, I didn't care to watch it. I never picked it up on video, never decided to rent it, nothing. Just had really no interest in it at all. So yeah, about 4 or 5 years ago, it was on TV. I'm almost certain it was on Fear Fest. And came on, and I didn't, have nothing to do for a couple hours, so that's all. I was like, what the heck, I'll watch it, see what it's about, and from the get-go, I kind of got pulled into it. That cinematography and like the visuals of the movie overall looked really good. I loved the Halloween aesthetic we got there, the atmosphere, all the jack-o'-lanterns around, and like that town, that neighborhood they're in especially. Very, very Halloween, and again, that really drew me in and captured my attention right off the bat. From there, that's when we get introduced to, I believe it's a principal or a teacher at the school or whatever, and he's like sitting outside for trick or treat, and the kid from Bad Santa comes up and gets some candy or whatever, and they're sitting with each other. The teacher, I think that's teacher, invites him over to sit down. They're talking about Halloween, trick or treat, and then all of a sudden the kid bites into his candy and he's choking on a razor. And the teacher deliberately put that in there. Like right then and there, I was like, whoa, like I didn't expect that, and I didn't expect it that quick either in the movie. So very fucked up what he did to that kid, and he kills him and he buries him in the backyard, and then like his son comes out and it's like a totally like normal thing, and like the son I think just wants to watch a movie and eat popcorn or carve a jack-o'-lantern. I forget exactly, but it's something like that. Someone wants to do something with his dad, knowing damn well that they just killed him or killed another kid. But yeah, that's it. So right there I was like, this is actually gonna be a pretty cool movie. Like I was excited to see where it was going to go from there. Then we get introduced to the kids, and that's kind of what I was familiar with from seeing it back in the day, like the trailers and ads and stuff. And I was interested. Yeah, after seeing that, I was like, okay, what are they going to do with these kids? Are these kids going to end up falling into the same trap that the other kid with that principal is like? Is that where they're going to go? Is like he the main killer? And blah blah blah. So I wasn't sure, and they get together and they pick up this like little nerdy girl that's like shy, and the one girl, I forget her name, but she's kind of like the lead girl in the pack there, hates her and bullying her, and they basically took the nerdy girl to like play a trick on her and scare her. So they took her to this quarry where this bus crash happened with a bunch of kids in it, and they all died, and they do a flashback sequence on that. And that's where we get first introduced to the character Sam, because like I guess he had something to do, I don't know, something to do with it, but there was some weird things that happened on that bus that led to it careening off of a cliff into a quarry and all the kids dying. So they take him there, and like they mess with that with the one girl, the nerdy girl, and Come to find out, like, oh, it's a trick. We were just messing with you, blah, blah, blah. And she did not like that at all. She was pissed. And, like, her and the one guy who, like, was feeling bad for her were kind of, like, making up. And, you could tell they liked each other. And the other girl did not like that at all because she liked him. And there's a little love triangle going on there. Very quick, anyways. But the nerdy girl wasn't having it. She was not having it at all. And before that, actually, she was talking to the boy that she liked about, like, Halloween and, like, sacrificing and all that stuff. And that's what she ends up doing to that group of kids, because the ghosts or the zombie kids from that bus crash come out of the quarry and they attack the kids. She's locked herself in the elevator that went down there, the service elevator that went down the quarry. Wouldn't let anybody else in. She clicks the button, sends herself up, and the rest of the group gets killed by those zombie kids. So right then and there, I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty messed up. Like, that was cool. I liked it. Then we go to, well, first we get like I don't know if it was before that, the kids, or after, but we get like this sequence of like this guy who's kind of like a vampire in a sense, but like making out with like this chick, and like he bites her on the neck and whatnot. So then we get introduced to these group of girls, like adult girls, and they're going out and they are kind of being whores in a sense, but they're going out to have fun, and I was like, okay, maybe that vampire guy's going to walk up on them and take one of them or two of them or whatever. Like, that's what's going to happen to them. And no, they're out looking for guys themselves, where they become werewolves and kill the guys that they have seduced. That's what they're doing, and that's what they do. And it's like very gnarly. It's very wild, and it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. So you get the werewolf girls, and you get their whole story, and then it goes from there. And I think the vampire guys showed up at some point there, or after, I forget. But anyways, goes from there to this like old guy's house, the next door neighbor to the teacher, who you actually see at the beginning of the movie, like yelling at the neighbor, like with all the ruckus, since he was like digging his grave for the kid that he killed. So you get this old guy reintroduced there, and it picks up like right after he yells at his neighbor, and he goes back inside, and that's where we get fully introduced to Sam. So little character Sam, who was kind of like the poster child, no pun intended, for this movie, he comes in, and you would think like he is trying to kill the old man, and the old man's doing everything. Like, he shoots Sam a couple times with a shotgun, stabs him. They go at it, and it's a pretty fair fight, really. And you see the old guy kind of gets the upper hand at first. Sam comes back, takes him down. The old guy pumps another round of the shotgun into him, and actually has Sam had his mask off, or his little sack that he had on, takes that off, and he's like a jack-o'-lantern, and I thought that was really cool. That's pretty cool, how he looks, and that's very well done and pretty clever what they did there. It's original. So then you think like Sam's dead at this point, and then no, he gets up and he takes out his jack-o'-lantern lollipop, bites it, and you get the classic half-eaten lollipop that's kind of like a knife. Sam goes towards the old man, stabs him with the lollipop, but pulls out a candy bar from the old man and starts eating it, and like goes away. So it's like all he wanted was that candy bar that the guy had, which, I don't know. I think that they could have, if they really want to make Sam like a sinister, like true horror icon, slasher icon, like I think they should have gave him some kills in this movie. But they didn't, and we get that, and Sam leaves, and really that's about it. So it's like this town on Halloween night where it's an anthology, but there's all these different events going on kind of at the same time, all these stories coming into one, and overall, like it's a good movie, and it's a shame that I waited so long to watch it and I didn't take it seriously at all, because I definitely would have dug that, back in the day. But now it is a staple for me each Halloween since I've watched the first time. I actually just picked it up on Blu-ray not too long ago. So I'm always going to watch it around Halloween, and maybe if I'm ever in the mood for a Halloween movie out of season, maybe I'll throw that one in, because I do really enjoy that movie. But before I end here, just some quick thoughts on Sam. So there's kind of a debate in the horror and slasher community, like, is Sam like a true horror villain or icon, slasher icon, I guess. And you get some people that say he is, you get other people say he isn't, and they've, you can tell like the movie itself tried to make him that, like how they advertised and promoted him and the movie itself. But in my opinion, I really don't think he is. Look, he looks cool. He has a great look to him, and especially like when he's unmasked, like you take that sack off and it's like him as a jack-o'-lantern. Like, I think that's really cool. Other than that, like, he really didn't do much. Like, of course, there's that fight between him and the old man, but the old man put him down a couple times, and he didn't even kill the old man. Like, he just wanted a candy bar. And I guess, like, he is kind of there, like, I guess, like, he had something to do with the kids dying in the bus crash, and, he is kind of like, I guess, a spirit for Halloween and having all this crazy stuff happen. That I can kind of understand, I get, but, him being up there with Michael, Freddy, Jason, Chucky, Pinhead, I could rattle off 5 more if I wanted to, that I would put above Sam. But that doesn't take anything away from his character and who he is. Like, again, I think he looks really cool, and he is kind of creepy, and he works in this movie. But, maybe if they would have done a Trick or Treat 2 and kind of made a franchise out of that, I'd be having a different conversation here. But they didn't, and we got what we got in 2007, which was almost 20 years ago, which is hard to believe. And, I just don't see him as an iconic slasher villain or horror villain. So that's my thoughts on Trick or Treat, guys. Comment yours down below, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more. And thank you, everybody, and have a great rest of your day.